I have asked questions of spirit, and it has answered in dreams that wake me with screaming. Arakali will suck all life from this land, leave only empty husks and dusty bones. There will be no spirit, no us, no thing left to love and laugh. Only husks and dust and Arakali.
From what I can recall, Arakali was a Val fertility goddess, a rather unsettling union of sexuality and mortality. Whilst usually presenting herself as a large arachnid, Arakali would often assume human form, a ruse intended to lure mortals into the act of copulation. The entries were vague about the gender of her prey. After satiating her carnal desires, she would then quench her divine thirst, draining her erstwhile lover of all bodily fluid. Her acolytes would then collect the desiccated husk and give it a decorative placement in Arakali's unholy temple. I fear that Silk knows not the true nature of the marriage he so desperately seeks.
Answering the call of a royal invitation, I visited the Spinner of Shadows as an emissary for a small and fragile alliance of gods. Mostly weak deities huddling together in terror of being consumed by their greaters. At this time, Queen Arakali ruled an empire, and so invited me to gaze upon her mighty works with appropriate wonder. If I'd looked past this pretense, I may have chanced to see her hidden desire to have me share her bed. For years I lay trapped in her webbed sheets. Some days she enjoyed my prowess. Other days we enjoyed each other. Yet this illusion of love and leisure simply veiled the morbid reality that I was not free to leave. I languished under her bewitching spell until the day the spider was betrayed by her own flies, and sealed within that temple of her own fevered making.
Would only slow me down.
brine rods be a nasty bunch. Led by me very own flesh and blood, me baby sister Lucy. The rot mother, they call her now. Used to be that I were their leader, back when the brine rots were about one thing, and one thing only, raiding, pillaging, and plundering their scrawny black guts out. Old Lucy were me first mate, for years. But she got her whiff of the power that being captain could gain her, and mutineered me own sister. Dropped me on some deserted island off the coast of somewhere. The bitch. Took months to make it back to the mainland. That Brinerod clan's been trouble ever since. Used to have some good old-fashioned pirate on 'em. And now, they're raving mad lunatics out for their next fix of fear and fortune.
I'm not up to that just yet. That would only slow me down.
What you tell me of Silk, this I understand, though I do not want to. I have spent many nights pondering Silk's journey, why he has stepped from the spirit path. Now I know. He has walked into the 8 arms of blind lust, Arakali. Silk is a warning to us all. He is trying to take the short trail to greatness, to the story Spirit has made for him. Silk tries to steal his story, but now he holds only a lie. Please, you must find the place where this Arakali sleeps in her web of shadow. You must stop Silk before he wakes her, a mistake that we all will come to regret. The Spirit tells me this is so.
The path to justice is slender and perfidious, fraught with missteps of ambition and despair, egotism and doubt. Should you choose this road, beware those who would waylay your hopes and disembowel your dreams. Remain sure and remain true.
I'm not up to that just yet. That would only slow me down.
There is a fine line between consideration and hesitation. The former is wisdom, the latter is fear. The path to justice is slender and perfidious, fraught with missteps of ambition and despair, egotism and doubt. Should you choose this road, beware those who would waylay your hopes and disembowel your dreams. Remain sure and remain true.
I'm not up to that just yet. That would only slow me down.
A golden device, hidden by a rotting emperor, overflows with power.
There's culling to be done, and I have just the foul flock in mind. I've a certain pack of vermin in mind. Stronger and more vicious than most. Track them to their home territory and wipe them out.
I'm not up to that just yet.
And that's how we fertilize the soil in preparation for the coming of spring. The trails are cold at the moment, but they'll warm up again soon enough.
God has glorious plans for us today. You ready, Exile? Sadly, this holy site has fallen to the corrupted already. It's our duty to put the poor, bastard place out of its misery. The corrupted draw strength from twisted spots like this, you see. Can't be having that now. So lay about, you Exile, and quickly now, lest Nightmare sense our cause and choose to tighten its grip on this place. A moment, Crusader, for those who have fallen before us. The corrupted are off licking their wounds right now.
I'm aware that you and Groost had something of a commercial relationship prior to his accident. As is the Esmeri custom, Groost's few possessions have now passed to me. I'm by no means the warrior he was, yet I know my blades and bows well enough. At least it's something I can do to honor his memory, and to keep my mind off things.
I'm not up to that just yet.
My heart weeps for our old home, but what the spirit gives, we must embrace. The spirit, it claims who it needs to, when it needs to. There is no sense in sadness. Go with the spirit.
I'm not up to that just yet.
Deramere, though he's a tad dull, tends to ramble on a bit. Still, he's a few interesting stories of his own, so might be worth chewing the fat with from time to time.
I'm not up to that just yet. That would only slow me down.